Hey, Keller Williams, it's your favorite tech trainer, Bren Brewer. I just want to say, I want to bring you this video. It was recorded from a live training session I held with my market center this week. And in this video, I take a deep dive into showing you all the sidebar menus and title bar menus. And then we take an even deeper dive into the settings and the subsettings inside of the menu. So join me for a look at the Command Basics menu and settings. So today we're going to go over the basics of Command. And if you've never logged into Command, that's where we're going to start. So does everybody know the website to log into Command? It is it's actually agent.kw.com. So if you're following along, that's where you're going to want to go. You're going to want to go to agent.kw.com. And when you first joined, you should have received a username and a password. Okay, so this is your, you're taken directly to your dashboard once you log in. The boxes on the dashboard when you log in are going to be different for everybody. Well, you're probably all the same, but mine are going to be different than yours because I've customized mine with this button. But most people have, when they log in, tasks, design updates, your database health comparison, your product updates are over here. And this is going to be everything coming out with Command or anything they're integrating with Command. And it's going to give you a date and what they're actually doing. So it goes all the way back. And then you'll also start getting emails from me with weekly tech updates. If you don't want those, let me know. I will not send them to you, but it's basically just an update in an Excel spreadsheet or a Google sheet telling you what they're doing with Command and what's coming up. So anyway, so this is your dashboard. Every time you log into Command, you're going to come to this page. Okay. You can customize this homepage. You just click the customize home button up here in your top right corner. And from here, you can take off the checkboxes, and that's going to remove that from your homepage. If you want it there, then make sure the checkbox is clicked. And then on this side, you can click these little dots here and move everything around in the order that you want it, and it'll change it around on your homepage. Click apply, and then your changes should have taken effect. And as you can see, mine have. The little icons on the left, let's go through them on your dashboard. This first one here is your home button, which is where we are. If you click this button, it's going to take you to your home or your dashboard. The second one is contacts. And then we have tasks, smart plans, referrals, opportunities, campaigns, reports, designs, listings, and we have consumer. These are all little icons or applets. If you're listening to Marty Miller, he's going to call them applets. I'm probably going to call them icons because that's what I like to call them. Okay. Up here is your menu bar. At the top of your screen in black with white letters, we have the words Command, Connect, and then I have Command MC, but you guys will not have that. And then we also have this little KW button here. This command in white is going to take you right back to your homepage. So if I had clicked on contacts and I want to get back, I can either do that by pressing home or pressing command. Takes me right back home. Clicking this connect word is going to take you to Keller Williams Connect. And in here, it's kind of like a social media forum, I guess you would call it, that has groups. And right now I'm in the Keller Williams Premier Realty Katy, and I'm in Texas South. So I'm in these two groups, and this is just basically a thread of updates from other people that are in these groups with me. And then you can click on people and like and follow them as well, just like you could in any Facebook or anything like that. And it's a really good way to see what's going on with everyone, if there's some referrals in there, or if somebody's looking for something, or someone to do an open house, or there's some good information in here a lot of times. So if you're not using Keller Williams Connect inside of Command, make sure that you check that out. Okay. And then after that, I have Command MC, which you guys won't have. Then we have the Marketplace icon here. So when you click on Marketplace, this is going to take you to more apps to connect inside of Command. And some of these are free apps. Some of these are charged, like this Katana personal safety app starts at $49.99. But if you want to learn how to attract and convert leads, this is a free app. So there's a lot of stuff to look through here. One of the most popular ones was Porch, and I think I've already connected it. But you can search anything. See, that's a free. It gives you estimates for repairs for your clients' houses. So that's pretty interesting. You can also click on free apps. Let's see. Let's clear this out. You can just search by anything that's free in the marketplace. So if you don't want to pay any extra money to use an app inside of Command, then you can start using all the free ones and download them if that's something you want to do. Dotloop is going away. I'm sure you all got my email. It's not going to be linked into Command anymore. So please don't download that one. Okay. Let's go back. I messed up here. Let's go back to Connect here. So we went to the marketplace. I forgot to tell you that in the groups, we have multiple icons over here. We have groups icons. It'll show you just your groups. And then we have a coming soon icon here. That'll be new features that are coming soon. It's going to be invites, a discover tab, a suggested tab, education tab, technology, culture. All this stuff is coming soon on the Keller Williams Connect. And I meant to mention that just a second ago. It's under maintenance right now, but there's a lot of great features that are coming to groups. They're just not ready for prime time yet. And you should be a member of at least both of these groups. So make sure that you are. And if you're not, you need to let me know. So let's go back to the command, which will also take you back to your homepage. One other thing I wanted to mention from here is if you click on the KW white button, what that will do, it will pop open your sidebar where you can actually read what's there in case you don't know what one of these little icon pictures is. It's a little handy command hack if you're just getting started. So let's go back. We already did the marketplace. We talked about that. This little bell here, this is your notifications icon. This will also come to your phone if you've downloaded the Kelly app, these notifications. So I only have one notification in here. You can dismiss these, and they will go away where the little red dot's not working, showing up. And then those will come in there right there, and they will also come to your phone on the Kelly app. So make sure that you download that. And if you've gotten a new lead from your website, the notification will also be in where that little bell is. And next to this is a very good thing to know about. It'll be your little picture if you've uploaded it. And if you haven't, it's going to be your initials here. And then this is a menu under your name. And then this is a menu bar here, a settings menu. And if you are on a team, that information will be here. This button will take you to your profile. This button will take you to your settings. There's a command training button and a log out button. Is everybody with me on this? Am I going too fast, too slow? Okay. Does everybody have these buttons? Okay. All right. So when you click on your team, that just selects that. So anything you do inside of command, when you click on the team button in that settings bar menu, That's going to make sure that anything you are doing as far as adding contacts or opportunities, that's going to make sure that you're doing that in the team account. It's kind of like switching accounts. So if you're not doing anything in your team account, then make sure to go back and select yourself. Okay? If you click the profile icon inside this little menu bar, that's going to take you to your Keller KW Connect profile. And all this information should be in there. If it's not, you can edit your profile with this button on the right over here. And then it also has your same home and groups and resources buttons from the Keller Williams Connect that we hit when we clicked on this Connect title menu word here. Okay. We've already done Marketplace. This Marketplace takes you to the same place as this little scalloped roof house. And let's talk about settings. The settings button takes you to a whole nother menu. The landing page for the settings is going to be all your connected apps. There's Facebook. Well, it keeps refreshing. There's DocuSign, Facebook, Twitter. I added Porch, like I told you, from the Marketplace, Google Calendar, Gmail, Facebook, PieSync, Office 365, Twitter, Google AdWords, Command Email, MailChimp, and Twilio. Now you can add, if you don't have these, you need to add them. And if you don't have them, that's okay, don't worry. But the two that you should have are your Google Calendar and your Gmail. Those should totally be synced already because that comes from your KW email. So if you don't have those synced, get with me and we will get that going for you. If you have Facebook, it's a good idea to go ahead and connect that, and you just basically click on these buttons to connect, and you add in your password and allow Facebook and Command to connect. DocuSign is the same way. Some people have been having several problems with, they've already had a DocuSign account and it's not connecting because they're using this now, and going back and forth with Command is kind of not letting it authorize. So if you have that problem, let me know. I've been helping some other people get that fixed. But it's a little bit tricky with DocuSign and Command if you already have a DocuSign account that you were using before you were using Command. Okay? So that is your applications under settings, your connected applications. Any questions about any of those?
Yeah, Bren, maybe I missed that point. How to go to my profile?
Your profile, it's going to be
Yeah.
up here under your name,
Okay.
and you click your name, and then
Oh,
you click
okay.
profile.
Okay.
And then right
Okay.
now we are in the settings.
Yeah. Thank you.
Am I going too fast?
I think you are good.
Okay.
I had a question, Bren. Earlier when we were in those groups, one was Keller Williams Premier, our office. Is that where we're going to now to send emails? And I'll go on.
No. Go ahead. I don't send emails from there. You're talking about like office announcement emails?
Yes.
That's still going to be your intranet, your KW
Okay.
intranet. Do y'all know about that? Nobody knows about that? Okay.
Well, no,
We'll
I mean, we've been using that, Bren. I just
Okay.
didn't know. Before you came, the office was talking about how we were just going to the groups, but I just didn't know if we really did that yet or if we're using the intranet. And it sounds like we're doing the intranet. However, then what do we use those groups for, the Keller Williams Premier group for?
I think they're used for a lot of things, or they have potential to be. I don't think they're being utilized as much right yet. I do believe that eventually it'll be like a mini Facebook type of thing in there, but a Keller Williams one, it's not. I don't think enough people know about it right now to put office announcements in there and that kind of thing. So right now our office announcements are going to come from the internet. They come there and then they go also to the website. And then we're trying to put them on the Facebook group as well. And anywhere else, I don't know if there's any other place but those are the places I know that where the office announcements are actually going. I haven't seen any office announcements in this section. This looks to me like mostly just agents are using it. And they don't look, to my knowledge, not very many from our office, So if you
Thank
want
you.
to use it, you're welcome. If you want to use it, there's no problem with using it. I just don't think that's where any announcements are going to come. So let's go back to our settings and we're going to go through that. Connect your applications. Mine is running slow today. Is your command running slow today? Taking forever to pop up. Okay, so we have a button here called Back to Connect Home. If you click that, it's going to take you right back to Connect Home. It's what it says. It's going to take you back to Connect and the home page on Connect. But that's not where we want to go. We want to go back to our settings.
Bren, I have a question about connecting your Facebook. I'm assuming that means that Command has some campaigns, some marketing campaigns that you can set up within Command, and then it posts it automatically. I see here that you can schedule things. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
And we're going to go over that in another class like next week, or I have an intermediate class scheduled and an advanced class scheduled, but I'm kind of not sure where everybody's at. Like, is this too basic for most of y'all?
Nope.
No? Okay, so we're okay. Like, you need to know where all this stuff is then? I wasn't sure. So
it's a good reminder.
Okay. Okay. So, I mean, I have been playing around with this for about 3 weeks. And even when I was, writing my notes for this, I thought, oh, I didn't know it did that. I didn't know it did that. So I was finding things out too. But if you want to connect your Facebook in that, yes, that will be good for a future class for sure. Okay. So in the settings menu, we have a couple more settings here, and each one has their own menu. There's a general settings, and you click the little upside down thing there, and you have a default account and team management. If you're not on a team, this may not be highlighted for you, but if you are, it might not be where you can click it. But if you are on a team, this is where you would go to manage your team management. And it would tell you all your team members, who they are, like what role they play, and their permissions. And then you can see the history and then their permissions. And then the default account, you want to go in there. And if you're on a team, you want to say, when you log into Command, if you want it to default to your personal account or your team account. I always keep it to my personal account because I don't do anything in the team account, very rarely. Anyway, this is your team management. It says there's a remodeling in process. This is new for today. I didn't see this yesterday when I logged in. So they are working on a lot of things in the team settings. So hopefully we'll have some more functionality when they get done. So underneath your general settings, we have command settings. And inside of command settings, we have applications, which is where when you click settings from the drop-down menu up here by your name, it defaults there. And then we also have contact settings. And under your contacts, you have a contact archive. And here, this will be any people that you've deleted from your actual contacts. They go to an archive and they're not actually deleted. They're just in your archive. So if you want to permanently delete them, you have to come in here into settings, under your command settings, and then under your contact settings, and actually delete these. And I know that command will not let you add these people back if they're in your archive. You have to go to your archive and restore them or delete them permanently before you add this person back again. So I have some in there. I'm going to go ahead and delete them permanently. And then I'm going to press OK. And then underneath your contact archive, we have the database wipe. You can archive all your contacts that are in your contacts. So over here. Or you can delete all your contacts that are in your archive. So this is another way to delete all the contacts that you've archived that we just saw in this contact archive right here. And then below that, we have contact tags. If you haven't uploaded contacts and started tagging, you probably need to work on this before the next class. I think tomorrow I'm having actual contacts class, talking about uploading contacts and tagging them. So if you want to make some customized tags, you would do that here. You just click create tag, you type in what you wanted to put in here, and so yesterday Becky told me she had her tennis friends and she tags them as tennis friends, and then she has those in her database like that. You just type in the tag you want, click the color you want the tag to be, and then click create, and then that has created a customized tag for you to organize your contacts in your database. So it comes up just like that. And any of the ones that are already there, I don't believe you can edit them or delete them. So if Keller Williams has put these in here for you, there's no way to edit or delete those. The only ones you can edit or delete are ones that you've added yourself. So you can put a tag in here and you can edit or delete it, but only if you put it in there, only if it's your tag that you added. Okay, everybody okay with that? All right. And then after that, we have lead sources here in the settings menu. And under lead sources, Keller Williams has already put a ton of lead sources in here. There's 86 in mine, and some of those may be what I added. But you can also add these just like you did tags in the previous settings menu. You can put a source name, which this is probably in there already. And you can say that it's from marketing or wherever it's from. And then you create the source. And see, that one already exists because I think it's already done by Keller Williams. But you can create those custom sources as well if you have some that aren't already in here. And then we have custom fields. These are custom fields for our contacts. So if you have added some contacts that you keep more information than what Command already has in there, like I do keep track of their kids' birthdays, and then there's not a field in there either for their names. So you can also put their child's name. You just click create custom field, put in what you want and what type of field it is. So is it a text field, a drop down date, checkbox, number? And so this is going to be a text field because this is going to be the kid's name. So you can create anything you want there. You can keep track of pets, kids, family members, aunts, uncles, whoever you want, you can do that here. And once you add this, it's going to be a field where when you go to add a contact, you'll be able to see it. Amber, did you have a question? I can't hear you. Can y'all hear her? I can't hear her. We can't hear you, Amber. Can you type it in the chat box? Just click on, if you click on the little, click on the people at the top where it says, the little people next to each other, it says 22, click on that. And then click on the little chat, the middle box. Okay, I'm glad I answered it. I don't know why. Can you run reports from this field? That is a good question, Amy. I will go to reports in a minute and we'll see if we can, but I'm not sure. So we'll do that in just a minute. So anyway, that's the custom fields. And then that's all of the contacts settings. Then we still have opportunity settings. And these are very similar to the contact settings, but they're opportunities. So you're going to have your client update settings inside of your opportunity settings. And this is going to go out automatically when you have an opportunity and you have an email address inside your client record. And if you have tasks inside your opportunity, which we will talk about, checklists inside an opportunity, which we'll talk about in another training. But you have your team opportunity client update settings, and then you have your individual settings. And that's going to tell you when this client update will go out, who it's sending from, who it's sending to, if it's just a client and the co-client, or if you just want to send it to your primary client only. And it will also send it to you or whoever is the owner of the record of the contact in command. And then this has not been working for me. It seems to be working today. This is a preview kind of what the client update looks like when it sends. And so if you put checklist items in your opportunity, once you check them off, it says, hey, we're checking things off our list. Here's a summary of tasks completed for this property. So that's a pretty nice little thing that Command actually does for you. Kind of updates your clients, and it's like an extra touch to keep you on track. So let's see, we're client update. So after that, you can do the time. We already did all this. Let's go to the design. And I believe, and I haven't gotten into these settings yet, I believe that you can go into designs and add that to your client update as well. But mine doesn't have that because I don't have any designs yet. Let me see. Yeah. So the email template from design. So if you go and make a template that looks better than what we just looked at, that's already done by Keller Williams, you can add that here instead of using the one that's already here. So you would have to go to designs and do that. And then design template, once you do designs, it should be here. I don't have any designs. Then we have tags for opportunities. I'm not really sure. I'm not using tags for opportunities. If you guys are using opportunities, please fill me in on what you tag people as. I've thought about tagging some of my deals as, what title company they're in, what neighborhood they're in, if it's a listing or a buyer, that kind of thing. I'm sure if there's other things that you might want to track, but mine are not going to be that in depth because I'm not really selling anymore. So yours you may have more. You'll create, if you want to create new tags, you do it just like we did in the contact tags. You click create new tag, type the tag name, and then pick the color you want it to be, and then click create. And then we also have another opportunity archive here. We have another archive. It's opportunity archive. This is any opportunities that you've had inside of your opportunity app icon. If you've archived them because you messed up or the deal fell through or whatever, they're going to show up here, and you can come to your opportunity archive inside of command settings and inside of your opportunity settings and see what you've archived, and you can actually restore them from here if you need to get it back. So you would just click this restore button. It would put it back in your opportunities. And then after that, we have team permissions. So if you are the the rainmaker, you can change the settings for the people on your team and allow them to have private pipelines or not have private pipelines. And each person can also, you can select this, you can do it by certain team members instead, or you can do it by all team members at once. And that's it for opportunity settings. Any questions on the opportunity settings? Nobody? Okay. Now we have import logs. So when you import anything, as far as should be contacts here, mine says it's still loading. It's going to show you what date that you did it, what date you started it, what date it finished, how many contacts were imported, how many of your contacts failed to import. It's going to show you the original file and what kind of error it was having, if there was an error. I don't know why this is not loading. My command has been going so slow lately. Candace, did you have a question?
I did. What would cause it not to have an error, a contact to fail?
Maybe I would say it would probably fail if you were uploading like a CSV and it wasn't in the correct format, or you had so in that CSV, I know that all the columns and rows have to be set to text only. Have you guys uploaded contacts yet? Nobody?
I
Okay.
have. I've just never seen how I could see it before. And it just showed that 5 of them failed. And the reason I asked is I didn't know if Command could tell if they had, if we brought over an invalid email address, and that's why they failed.
I don't think they will fail for an invalid email address. Now, they might fail for 2 people having the same email address.
Okay.
It won't let you add that. It also won't let you add something if 2 people have the same phone number as their primary phone number. So that's something to keep in mind. I don't know why mine's not loading because I have a ton of logs. I've uploaded a ton of contacts in here. So,
and sometimes if you archived one contact and you don't remember that you archived that, and you click the name again, or you type the name again and the email address, it says this email address is already in use.
Right. I don't know why it's doing that. It's a little thing that it's doing, but all I can say is, wipe that person if it's not something you're uploading. If you're just manually adding it contact by contact, just wipe it and start over, But I mean, as you can see here, I've had 75 contacts fail on one of mine, and I think it was because I didn't have it set to text. The text field, it was set to the phone number field, I think was set to a number or something like that. So 75 out of 81 of the contacts I was trying to import failed. So, and then I will tell you a glitch that Command has been having. I imported, I think it was one of these imports, the 123 people import that I had. I imported that. Everything went in fine and dandy, but every 4th or 5th contact, it duplicated. So I was having duplicate contacts. So if you see that, don't worry. It's actual glitch that they're having. I'm hoping they get this fixed pretty soon. Has anybody had that problem lately? No? Okay. Hey, Amber, I can show... Okay. We're going to do a contacts. I'm doing contacts tomorrow. Okay. So Saeed... tomorrow I can show you, how to manually add a contact, but tomorrow we're going to go over uploading, adding a contact manually, and tags more in depth tomorrow. Okay. So anyway, okay, so that's your log. So if you don't know if these contacts came in or not, you can always come find out in your log, hey, I did import those 81 contacts, but 75 of them didn't come in there. And so then you can kind of go look and see, what happened there. And then this will be your whole log. And then if you can't see everything like I can't, you can just scroll over at the bottom and see, the error file. And you can download this. And I don't know, it should tell you, let me look real quick. It should tell you, where did it go? Mine's not opening. So anyway, but you do have this here. You can download the original file back. It keeps that. And you can also download the error file. My Excel is still opening. I think I've got too much running on my this computer is giving me fits lately. It's having like critical errors. And so I think when I try to run command and a video chat and record, it's really bogging it down.
While you're in there, I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
And you might cover this tomorrow, but as far as once you import your contacts, which I told you yesterday that's something I've done. So I've got all these contacts now, and I don't have any tags for them. So do you recommend just going through person by person and figuring out what tags would make the most sense? And do you want to cover that now or tomorrow? Little nugget on that.
I would recommend tagging your database in a way that you want to organize your database, because I'm not going to organize like you're going to organize. And so I have tags like Christmas card, because I don't send everybody in my database a Christmas card. So I tag just the people I want to send a Christmas card to with a Christmas card tag. I've got A lead, B lead, C lead, but I don't think that's how I've only been inside Keller Williams for 3 weeks, so I don't think that's how Keller Williams has taught everyone to tag their leads, but that's how I tag my leads. So the way I organize is going to be completely different than the way you organize. I would suggest probably tagging by neighborhood, by zip code. If you have didn't you have 2,000 contacts?
Yeah, 2,700 something.
So yours, I'd probably get real detailed on my tags and tag by zip code and city, maybe even county.
Yeah, some of them are just people that I had their phone number in my phone and they became a Yahoo contact, and so they became a command contact, and they're not necessarily somebody that I'm going to do a deal with.
If it's somebody that you're not going to do a deal with and you're not going to call and you're not going to email, get them out of your database. They don't need to be there. If you're not going to call, go ahead.
But then other than that, maybe go through and just tag everybody, and however long it takes, just like kind of time block for tagging everybody.
Right. Yeah, I would say try to get it, 20 minutes a day of tagging if you have a ton of contacts. And if you don't, then it shouldn't take you that long to tag them. But the biggest thing is going to be sitting down and trying to see how you want to tag them, what you're going to do. I mail out calendars every year at the end of the year to everybody. So I put calendar mailing as one of my tags. I mail out Texans magnets. I mail out rockets and, those kind of things. And those people get specific tags because I know that I've got some Green Bay Packers fans and they're going to be upset when I send them a Texans magnet, So, I mean, it's just kind of like that kind of thing for me when I do my tags. So you'll have to sit on that and think about it, write your own.
That makes sense. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Bren, I had a question real quick on contacts. If I have quite a few that I've brought over from Connect, but let's say I had another lead source, for example, Zillow, and let's say I have about 4,000 contacts over there. Is there an easy way, and I'm sure you'll discuss this on Friday, to import those leads into the system, or is it just the Connect one, the old Keller Williams portal that you can import them in?
So I think PieSync will pull the Zillow. I haven't tried it yet because I don't have PieSync. So, but I think PieSync will pull Zillow. Are Zillow contacts able to be downloaded into a spreadsheet?
Yes.
Then you can also upload them with
That way?
Yeah, you can do it that way too.
Okay,
So
thank you.
there may be possible two ways. We'll have to play around with that and see.
Thank you,
Okay.
Bren.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so finally this download fail. So these are all the contacts on that one file that failed. So I'm not sure why. I would have to go through and play around and see what I did wrong, because it's usually a user error on my part. And that's why I was playing around and not uploading a ton of contacts. I only did 80 or so just to make sure, but these are the ones that failed. And I think you do have to have the country code when you're uploading contacts. So if it's all United States contacts, you're going to put +1 there in your CSV when you're doing contacts. So that might be something you guys need to know as well. Okay, let's go on. Okay, so we are done with the command settings because that was our logs. Now we're going to do the connect settings. So in Connect, this is a really important setting. It's your marketing profile. And if you're new to KW, then you need to go through this and fill it out completely. And it's going to be your photo. And you want to use this information to brand your agent site, because in a future training, we're going to make our agent site. And so you're going to put your photo. This is your team logo. I don't have a team logo, so I just put another photo of myself. And if you don't have another team logo, you can put another photo of yourself as well. This is going to be your details, your first name, last name, your license number, and if you're on a team, put it in there. Your job title, any credentials or designations that you have, you can put there. And then your bio, so you want to tell as much about yourself as you can and be relatable. And then you want to put your phone numbers in. Command defaults to not have these dashes, so you might want to go ahead and put those in as well when you're updating your marketing profile. And then I'm not even sure if it populates the fax number for you, but the fax number is 2102 if y'all don't have it. And then your email address should be your KW email address here. You can change that, but it's going to default to your KW email address if it's already filled in for you. And then your website, we are going to make that later, but brenbrewer.kw.com is mine. You can make it anything you want as long as it's available on KW. So we'll play with that later in a later training. This is your Market Center logo. If you guys don't have this logo, this is going to be the logo for Keller Williams Premier 82. If it's not already there for you, let me know. I'll upload it somewhere where y'all can get it in a Google Drive or something. I'll put it somewhere where you guys can get it. If you guys have access to the K drive, I don't know if y'all have access to the K drive, or do y'all know? You do?
No.
You don't have access to it? Okay. Well, I'll upload it to the Facebook group, or I'll email it to y'all, this logo, if y'all need it. Just let me know.
I have the white logo. Is that okay?
Is it, say, Keller Williams Premier?
Yeah, it is, but
Okay.
it's not visible like the one you have.
Okay. If you want to change it, you can.
Mine's the same.
Yours is white as well?
Yeah, it's white and it's like way bigger than the circle.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So this is the only one that fits this circle. I think that's why I have this one. But the logo here should say Premier, because that's our office. This is our office logo. Okay. So if y'all all need that, I'll make sure. Let me see if I bet I can add it into the file here. Give me a second. Gotta be a way to add a file on here somewhere. I'll do that in a minute. But anyway, if you don't have that, do that. If this information's not in here, fill that out. This is just our office information. If you want to put anything in your legal footer on your actual Keller Williams website, put that here. These links for the Texas Real Estate Commission Consumer Protection Notice and the information about brokerage service should already be populated for you. If it's not, let me know. We can go get that from HAR and put it in for you very easily. Everybody good with this? Everybody's got theirs filled in?
There's a change in one of these notices. Are you going to have the update there? How can we get the new version?
So the new version will be out February 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And so when HAR updates their version, you can use the same link. And let me just show y'all where that's at. Have y'all gone to HAR yet?
No.
And looked?
No, I just read something yesterday.
Let's give it a minute. My computer is going so slow, y'all. I'm sorry. I think I may have too much stuff open. Okay, so in just a second, when I'm able to log in, we'll go and I'm supposed to be getting a new computer on Friday, so maybe the trainings will go better with the computer working better. So give me a second, I'll log in. I'll show y'all where to go to get these links. And as of February 1st, this will be updated with the new form. So you're going to log into HAR. Have you all logged into HAR before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you're going to scroll down this sidebar and click My Account. Then you're going to click Account Info. And then you're going to go all the way down to Information about Brokerage Services. And that's going to give you two links that you can copy and paste over there. So you can just click copy on both of copy them one at a time and go over there and then paste them where they go. I already have links there, so I'm not going to copy and paste them, but you can do that. And then if you have
changing is the other one.
The consumer protection notice is the one that's changing. Mm-hmm. And then if you want to see what that looks like, you can see a preview, click on preview and see what it looks like. When you click preview, it should, this one's generic for everybody. It doesn't have anybody's name on it. But when you click preview for the information about brokerage service, it should have your information already populated on it. And if it doesn't, it should though. Okay. If it doesn't, we need to get that corrected. But that's where that is. And you can copy and paste those and put these here. Okay. If you have any other kind of link that you want on your Keller Williams website, you can click add another link, the little plus button, and add that here. If you have any real logos or legal footer images you want, like the realtor logo or the equal housing opportunity logo, anything like that that's extra for you, you can click upload and upload that from your computer and put that here. And that will also go on your Keller Williams website. And then any social links that you have, you want to put those here because these are going to go on your Keller Williams website, on your agent site. And then if you know what a pixel ad is or a Google Analytics ID and you have those, put them here. If you don't know what that is, we'll go over that probably way in the future if you don't know what that is. So, and then you also have your Keller Williams branded app link right here. This link should be different. It should not say what mine says. It should have something that is unique and individual to you. This link, you can copy and paste it into an email and send it out to people, because this is your link. If they download this app from their phone, it's going to have your information on it, and it's going to be branded to you. So if your client downloads that, it's going to be all your information. They're searching on the KW app, but it's all going to be going to you, and you're going to get notifications when they do download that to your Kelly app or in this notification bar right here. And you will get information about what they've saved and what they are searching. Okay. So when you're done filling this out, you just want to click save at the bottom. I don't think I made any changes, so I'm just going to go ahead and click save. And then that's done. So when we go later on a later training to do your agent site, that information will all be there. So if y'all don't have that done, get that done before we do agent site training. And then under global settings, I have no settings. I don't know if you guys have settings, but I don't have any settings in global settings. And then I just have Command MC settings. And then there's two more things I wanted to talk about real quick. I know we're getting close to running out of time. This little question mark we haven't gone over, this is your help button when you're on command. Help and information. This is going to get you the quickest help possible if there's an answer for it. So there's guided tours in here. There's the Keller Williams University in here. You can chat with support or post an idea. So if you're doing something on KW on command that you think, oh my gosh, it would be so easier if command did this, it would be so much easier, go on here and post an idea and then copy and paste the link to it to Facebook and get everybody to vote for it, because the more votes, the higher likelihood that the labs team is going to implement your idea. So the basis behind this is to get a bunch of votes so that you can get your idea implemented. And then if you want to chat with support, you click that, a little chat box pops up and you say, I need help with contacts. I just type a word. It's a chat bot. It doesn't know what I'm saying. If I ask a question, it just knows. I mean, it doesn't care if I type a real question or not. So if you type what you're looking for, it pops up with what you need or what you might need.
Bren, can I ask you a question about that?
Sure.
And I've tried that before, and they might have changed it since I've tried it. They needed some information on our MC, our market center number. Do they still require that, or can you just start chatting?
This is not an actual chat. This is just a bot. So when you click get in touch, I think that's actual, you can do a live chat or leave a message. So when you were doing a live chat, they wanted your market center number?
They did, but that was it was a while back. I just wasn't sure if they were still doing that.
Okay. I haven't live chatted with them yet. But I'm supposed to be y'all's tier 1 support. Like before y'all reach out to support, you're supposed to try to reach out to me, and I can probably help you quicker than they can, because they're going to go off a script and act like you don't know what you're doing. And they're going to be like, have you turned your computer off and on? Are you using Chrome? Are you in an incognito browser? I mean, if y'all have talked to them before, you probably know what I'm talking about. So, but they're going to do that where I'm going to be like, you know what, let's just go do this, this, and this. And I'll probably get you on a quick Google Meet like we're doing right now and let you show me your screen, which I've done with Joe and I've done with Jay a couple times already. So, and a couple other people, and Amber, I think too, huh, Amber? So anyway, but yeah, we can do it that way, and we can get you some support quicker than they can. And if I can't help you, then we'll both submit a ticket and see if they get to us quicker. So anyway, did that answer your question? Okay. So anyway, that is the help feature. That's the chat with support. The Keller Williams University brings you to a search bar where you can search how to do things in command, like add a contact, export reports, anything that you might need to do, you can do it. You can search it in here. It's a pretty good resource. And then the guided tours. There's a tour of the home dashboard, creating a paid social ad, and a team management tour. If you're on Teams, that's a good tour to take. And then what else? Have we gone over every icon? Did I miss anything? I wanted to make sure we got this so we could look at the reports real quick. Anybody have any questions? I think that's every icon, every setting. That was my goal today, to get y'all through every icon and every setting as far as you know what they are. We good? Also, one website I wanted to show y'all real quick too is Answers. If I can type answers.kw.com. It's Answers, I think, and I'm not a good typer today. Answers.kw.com. This has anything you would need to, any kind of help you might need. If you're not into calling me up, or you don't want to text me, or it's 10 or 11 o'clock at night and you know I'm probably not going to answer the phone, then check answers.kw.com. There's walkthroughs on everything, like literally everything, like logging in, changing your username and password. Just, this is a really good wealth of information. Answers.kw.com. Write that down if you haven't already. And then let's see, we got to my reports. Let's see if I can do one on my custom fields. I do not think that you can make a custom report at this time. I don't know who asked me that. Amy, was that you? I'll have to dig around and play with this some more, but I don't see any place to create a custom report right now. Has anybody played around in reports? No. Oh, export contacts? Let's go look. Hold on a second. And I'll probably go over that more in the tomorrow class too, in the contacts, but you should be able to export your contacts with all the fields. Anybody else have any questions while I'm looking at that? Export contacts per agent. The website for the is answers.kw.com. Answers.kw.com. There you go. Thank you, Amber. Let me click all those and export all owned contacts. You can export mailing labels. Is this what you're looking for, Amy? Bye, Sandra. Thank you. Thanks for coming. I don't know what you're looking for, Amy. I think this may be it. Anyway, if you have any questions, my email address, I'm going to type it. It's brenb@kw.com. I'm going to do a contacts class tomorrow. I'm trying to get you guys on board to get your business up and running in Command. If there's something I'm not covering in the next month or so, let me know and we can cover it, or we can even go over it one-on-one. If you'd rather do that, it's up to you. If you don't have time to make it to my class, you know, that kind of thing. I'm also going to upload the trainings to YouTube, the Facebook page, my personal business page, and things like that. So there's multiple ways to watch what I've gone over. I know this was long and going through all the settings is probably not that much fun, but you kind of need to know where things are if you need to, you know, go wipe your whole database of clients and that kind of thing. So, anybody else have a question? No?
Thank
Okay.
you very much, Bren. That was very informative.
Yeah, you're
Definitely
welcome.
have a lot of work to do.
Well, tomorrow we're going to work on our contacts, uploading those and tagging them. And Joe, I hope to see a bunch of your contacts tagged. Have you worked on them some more? Anyway, I want to get y'all all tagged up. That way we can start running some smart plans based on tags. It's going to be awesome. Okay. All right. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow. If there's no more questions, I'm going to stick on here just a little bit, but if there's no more questions, that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You guys have a good day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. See you next time.